The Monoprice DT-3BT multimedia desktop powered speakers featured in today's review were provided courtesy of Monoprice. PC audio is a fascinating topic to me. With so many options available, from 5.1 setups to headsets, there is something out there for every use case. In my own setup, I mainly use a headset for gaming to get that all-encompassing feel, but for general usage, I prefer to have a nice set of desktop speakers. Since I rarely use my PC for movies or TV shows, my desired desktop speakers usually fall into the stereo category. In this review, I'm going to share the Monoprice DT-3BT multimedia desktop powered speakers, a set of 50-watt stereo speakers that are some of the best to ever grace my desk. The Monoprice DT-3BT multimedia desktop powered speakers come in a plain brown box with just the Monoprice branding and the name of the speakers on display. The opposite side once again just bears the name along with some key specs. There really isn't much to look at here. Opening the box reveals the speakers, power cord, speaker wire, 3.5mm aux cable, 3.5 to stereo RCA cable, and finally a user manual. The speakers have a nice minimalist design that put functionality at the forefront over flashy aesthetics. Each speaker has a nice textured shell, and the meshless coverings allow you to see the cones of each speaker at work while listening to louder audio. Oddly, neither speaker comes equipped with rubber feet by default, and they have to be attached by the user. The primary speaker houses a number of inputs including RCA, 1/4 inch stereo, and 3.5mm to allow connectivity to any number of sources. An additional 3.5mm jack is available to connect a pair of headphones to the speakers when the need arises. In addition to a power port and switch, the back houses a Bluetooth pairing button for wireless connectivity. An LED on the front shows if a Bluetooth device is paired, and another is available to show if the speakers are turned on. The volume rocker on the front provides another way to turn off the speakers while not in use. Connecting the secondary speaker is an easy task with the included speaker wire. The Monoprice DT-3BT has the following listed specs. This is where things get a bit confusing for the DT-3BT. The product is claimed to have 50 watts of power on both the website and box, but the specs only showcase 40 watts. The manual as well states that the set is actually only a 40 watt system. So either the set really is only 40 watts, or Monoprice forgot to update the documentation for this particular model number. An odd set of conflicting information to be sure, but one that doesn't have any bearing on my overall enjoyment that the speakers have provided. Every audio source from my PC has sounded better than ever compared to my traditional speakers. Highs, mids, and lows are all well represented, and the bass provided is perfect for my tastes with a noticeable kick. Considering that my main use case for these speakers is for listening to music, they are proving to be absolutely wonderful. No matter the song, they play beautifully and clearly. Even at higher volume levels, I have not noticed any distortion in the playback. Each stereo channel is clearly noticeable, which hasn't always been the case in some sets that I have used in the past. Because of the better audio quality on offer, editing my videos has also become more of a treat as I get a better sense of how things will actually come across to more viewers. My set of Logitech speakers make my voice sound so flat in editing that I have overcompensated in the past to detrimental results. Even though watching movies or TV on my PC is a rarity, the speakers are able to deliver great results. As with all audio products though, playing sources meant for multi-channel speakers on a stereo set can result in some odd mixing during some scenes. TV and older movies tend to fare better as they usually have stereo tracks. Watching videos on YouTube or Twitch is another great use case since it is mostly in stereo as well. But like with music, the soundscape comes through beautifully and stereo content is once again perfect. Gaming is an interesting use case for the DT-3BT, as on one hand, the sound provided is amazing, but it lacks the positional audio gained from a headset with audio virtualization. Depending on the person, headsets can also give an enhanced sense of immersion. But for all games that don't rely heavily on positional audio, I am having a blast experiencing them. I have played through a number of retro and modern games and have found nothing to complain about in the stereo representation. Even more subtle things in the soundscape have been clearly audible with these speakers that I traditionally only hear while using a headset. Because of the number of ways you can connect the speakers to devices, they can prove to be a truly versatile set. At my desk I have 2 monitors, with one being used for multiple video sources and not just PC. With my dedicated monitor hooked up to the speakers using the RCA ports on the back, I get all the functionality I desire out of my PC use. But when I am making my tutorials or streaming, I want to be able to hear the secondary source. I am extremely done with complicated audio setups like I have done in the past to get audio pass-through working to my liking. With the DT-3BT, it's as simple as plugging my secondary monitor into the front aux port, and I can enjoy audio from both sources with independent volume controls to get the mixing between them perfect. A nice bonus the speakers have provided over my primary set of Logitechs. Bluetooth connectivity extends the usability of the speakers even further, as you can connect them to your phone to play any number of things with indistinguishable results from the wired connection. If you wanted to just put the speakers up on a shelf and use them as a pure Bluetooth set, you won't be disappointed. They look great and sound great in any number of setup locations. I have also failed to mention up to this point the 1/4 inch stereo inputs, as I don't have any equipment that can utilize the connection, but it is there for anyone who has a more professional audio mixer to connect the speakers to. I am sure the results will be just as stunning as all the other connectivity options. My only complaint with the DT-3BT is the odd communication about the system's output power. Someone trying to buy a set of good quality speakers might have a preference on how many watts they get, and this set is telling us 2 different things. It might have been nice to have a tunable bass slider as well for users that might want to increase it a bit more and not have to rely on a software mixer on their PC. Again, I think it's perfect for my taste, but I gotta acknowledge my bass heavy friends out there. Despite the conflicting information about the speaker's power output, the Monoprice DT-3BT multimedia desktop power speakers have been the nicest set of speakers to ever grace my desk. They make listening to music more enjoyable, my editing job easier, and a game soundscape shine through without the need of a headset. No matter how many times it happens, I will never stop being blown away by how much of a difference good audio can make to any task. If you are in the market for a great set of stereo speakers you can use in any number of ways, be it PC, console, or wireless, the Monoprice DT-3BT multimedia desktop powered speakers need to be at the top of your consideration list. And that is the Monoprice DT-3BT, just an overall fantastic pair of stereo speakers for PC, mobile, just any use case you can imagine that can fit into any of its many connectivity options there. Just super cool to be able to use this thing wired and wireless. You can put it up on a bookshelf, put it on your desk. It looks good no matter where you put it. Like, this thing, just very sleek, great sound. I cannot overstate that enough. Just sounds so good. And the price isn't too unreasonable considering the quality you're getting at the $99 mark. Just bit of a premium for a premium sound, so works out. Thank you again to Monoprice for sending these out my way to share with you all on the channel. And thank you to each and every one of you for taking the time to watch this review. It means the world to us that you spend even a minute of time in the channel. Really helps us grow it, keep it going, bringing all this content to you. Reviews, tutorials, just everything. Just big thank you. Now, I do have a couple of big favors to ask you here at the end. If you haven't done so already, please be sure to hit that thumbs up or thumbs down button, depending on how much you like this review, as well as that sub button and notification bell so you can see when new content goes live on the channel. Loads coming your way, and I'd love to have you all along for the ride. For anyone interested in helping support the channel further, you can also check out that join button somewhere down here on YouTube or the Patreon link that's going to appear over my mug. Little goes a long way to keeping this place up and running, bringing more content to you, as well as future giveaways and reviews for things that aren't sent my way. Big shout out to all of our current backers. Y'all are amazing. Thank you for believing what we do and helping us keep it going. Just, thank you. But until next time, my wonderful internet peeps, you all stay awesome, keep on gaming, and we'll see you back next video.